Arthur in Richboro, Pennsylvania. He writes to me, "Hi Paul, growing up as an audiophile in the 80s, I was a subscriber to the Absolute Sound magazine. Their speaker reference standard was the Infinity IRS, and up until recently it appeared to be yours as well. Now you have the FR30, which seems like a more home-friendly and elegant product than the massive multi-box IRS. You suggest that the FR30 now bears consideration as a reference standard as well. Is the more compact FR30 entirely comparable to the IRS in terms of recreating the size and impact of the live performance while having a less intrusive physical presence?" Well, here's the thing. And of course, for those of you that don't know, this is the speaker that Arthur is talking about. This is the Infinity IRS 5s. The ones that Harry had for the longest time were the IRS 3s. The IRS 3s, the precursor, they look the same. Different woofer setups and whatnot, but they were, for so many years, Harry Pearson of the Absolute Sound's reference speaker. For many, many years, my own reference speakers. And now they live up in the sales area of PS Audio. So if you come, we're open for tours again. We've been averaging, much to my delight, 3 to 5 tours a day. People are flying in from all over the country to hear the FR30s, to see and pet these, to see what a hi-fi family like is here. It's so gratifying. COVID's over, and people are just coming out of the woodwork and showing up at PS Audio on tours. So if you get a wild hair and you want to come to beautiful Boulder, Colorado, which this year has been kind of rainy Colorado, but whatever, I do encourage you to come, and you can hear the FR30s, you can see these. We don't play them any longer because, in fact, they are no longer our reference. And the FR30s are our new reference. And I know there's all these people going, "Oh God, just because he makes speakers now, that becomes his new reference." I'll tell you what really galls me about that statement. Because yeah, it's easy to sit back as an armchair quarterback and say, "Oh, well, now that you have a speaker, that's your new reference." When what actually happened is we never had a speaker until it became our new reference. Now that might sound like a semantic difference, but it's not. Why do you think it started with Arnie Nudell, took us nearly 10 years of hard work to get to the point where we could build a speaker that not only rivaled this, but bettered this? So it wasn't like, "Oh, well, now we have speakers, so now just automatically it's better than this." No, that's not how it happened. And that just gets me goat, because that's not what happened. And we would never let that happen. So yeah, the FR30s are indeed, in many, many respects, better than the IRS 5. Now, you asked a very specific question, and that question, and I'm an engineer, right? So I got to answer a specific question specifically. You asked if it is our reference that's better than these speakers in all respects, and the answer is no. There is an aspect to these speakers due to their size, and that aspect is when you play something like a massive piece, there's so many massive pieces. The 1812 Overture, the reference recordings with the Dallas Symphony Orchestra and the choir and the pipe organs and all of that. I don't know of another speaker on the planet that can recreate that huge sound field better or even equal to these. So that's the one part you're giving up. And I mean, hey, if you want that, I ain't gonna sell them. But not that many people can tolerate 1.2 tons of loudspeakers in their home. So the FR30s and all other, and when you play something like that, Carmina Burana when you play 1812 or the big reference pieces. It's huge. It's room filling, just like you would expect. And it sounds so much better than these, because these, this is older technology. These have a relatively high amount of distortion, especially when you get down in the lower regions of these mid-ranges. We've measured it up to 10 to 15% distortion. But they just loaf along, and when they get big, oh my gosh, there's nothing like them in the world. That said, yes, the Aspen FR30s are our reference speaker that beat these in almost every category, with that one exception. So there you go. Hope that helps. Thanks for the question. Bye.